What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at Ryan Tannehill. Usually I do rookies, but as a Dolphins fan, I feel like I found out Ryan Tannehill ended up starting the end of the game after Mariota got benched, so I figured I should take a look at him. Statistically, it looks like he didn't have that big of a game. 144 yards and an interception, no touchdown. But it looks like he did do better than Mariota. But as a Dolphins fan, I felt like I had to at least take a look at him. So, yeah. And I realize he's not the best quarterback in the world. Absolutely not. And I was definitely happy with Miami parting ways with him. But one thing I will say before we get into this, he is a very tough quarterback. He, for the most part, he never complained, and he took an absolute beating for the Miami Dolphins every single year he was here, other than the year he was out. But I got nothing but love for Ryan Tannehill. No hard feelings at all. He always treated this organization well. He had a couple things in training camp or whatever, but whatever. It's nothing major. But like I said, I'm happy we parted ways, but I wish him nothing but the best in the future. So let's go ahead and get right into this. Let's take a look at this first play. He's got his receiver open right here, and he finds him pretty easy first pass. Marcus Mariota did get benched after the first half. It looks like Tannehill came in to start the second half. Oh, no. It looks like Mariota did have a drive in the second half. I didn't realize that. Actually, a couple of them. Okay. But anyway, let me find the next play here. Okay, let's go ahead and get right into this. Okay. He's going to find the right target. A.J. Brown right here. And he's going to get some yak. Unfortunately, there was a penalty on this play, but it is what it is there. Let me find the next play here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this play pretty much shows why he never had too much success with the Miami Dolphins. His awareness has never been the greatest. I mean, if you look, he's got a man wide open right here. If he throws this right now, that's going to be a pretty good gain, but he just doesn't throw it to him. Instead, he's going to let pressure get there. He's still open. He could still do this. And he's got the running back wide open, too. And depending on the throw he makes, he could potentially hit this guy. His decision-making has always been questionable, at best. But he waits too long, he scrambles out, he throws it to the running back, ends up being a short gain because he took too long. But he had guys wide open, he didn't hit him, so ends the drive. And by the way, that penalty on the last play was an offensive pass interference, so it did get taken back. Otherwise, it would have been a pretty big play. So let me go ahead and find the next one. Okay. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Got it slowed down. Now, actually, never mind. He's already starting to throw his motion the second he starts to make his turn. He knows he's going to be wide open, and he makes the good decision and hits him. Good play. But that's pretty much a throw that any veteran quarterback should be making, really. So let me go ahead and find the next one. Okay. This is actually a sack, but show a little bit of this. Now, as you can see, he's actually only got 3 receivers, so that means that Tennessee is keeping some people in the block, and their offensive line is still collapsing really bad. The Titans have had a really bad offensive line for a very long time. It's pretty much what's kind of ruined Marcus Mariota's career, and similar to what ruined Tannehill's career with the Miami Dolphins, so doesn't bode well. Now, Tannehill does scramble out here. My bad, I accidentally hit rewind. But he does scramble out because Tannehill is quite mobile. After all, he was a receiver for a little bit in college. He does scramble out, and right now, I'd like to see him throw this ball away, especially as a veteran. There was nobody open. Just throw that away, and it's better than a loss of yards, but he doesn't do that, so it is what it is. Let me find the next one. This is another case. This here is another case of slow decision making, something that's always plagued Tannehill. He's got a man wide open out here. He doesn't hit him, and if he throws it right now, so that this ball is already on the way to the receiver when he turns around, that's probably a completion too. But legit, he's got this guy wide open, but he just doesn't see him. He does roll out into the direction of the defender. He does see him, but it's too late. He's going to get hit as he throws it, and it's going to be inaccurate because of that. But if he would have seen him sooner, he could have made a very easy completion. But like I said, he's always had problems with slow decision making. So let me find the next play. Okay, so this isn't a very good pass, but there is a offside penalty, and I think Tannehill's seen that. As you can see, the flag coming up. He knows that Denver was offside, so he's just going to roll out and take a shot because he knows this is a free play. Even if he throws an interception or whatever, this play is going to get called back regardless. So he's just going to take a shot. This is something that Aaron Rodgers does quite a bit. Doesn't really work out. He ends up overthrowing that pretty wildly. So it is what it is there. But I can't be mad at him for doing that. I guess I can show this angle. Show a little bit of his mobility too. But he definitely overthrew that pretty widely. But like I said, he just took a free shot because he knew it was going to get called back regardless. So let me go ahead and find the next one. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. Now, if he looks, he's got his running back coming into space right now, and this would be a pretty big gain. There's no one over here on this sideline to stop him, but he doesn't see him. I mean, look how much space he has. This would have been a pretty big play. All the defenders that are near him are going the other direction. And also, if he would have thrown this ball right now, he has this guy open. He eventually gets it to him. He eventually works his way over there. But he doesn't do it right now. And he ends up delivering a football that's very, very difficult to catch right on the sideline. And he doesn't end up catching it. So let me show it from this angle, full speed. Full speed. Okay, I think I broke it. Okay, cool. Never mind. Let me just go ahead and find the next play then. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into this. Full speed for a second. Slow down. Now, right now, In my opinion, this ball needs to already be on the way. This ends up being a completed pass, and he does make the right read, but if he knows that this is going to be, he's going to be going toward the sideline, look at this. This defensive back is backpedaling, and this one is going this direction. So if Tannehill knows that this is an out route, he needs to be able to throw that with some anticipation. I mean, he's never been good at that, but throw this with some anticipation. The second he opens up his hips and starts to make his way toward the sideline, this ball already needs to be on the way. He needs to already at least be starting this throwing motion. He ends up getting it there, but veteran quarterback like him should be throwing with some more anticipation. But that's never been something he's been really great at. I mean, he's shown signs of it in the past, but nothing consistent with it. Let me find the next one. Okay. This one's pretty simple. They're just gonna have Tannehill roll out on a play action here. Little bootleg. He's gonna find his target pretty much wide open on the move, and he's gonna throw it to him. Pretty simple, but executed well. So yeah, let me find the next one. Nothing really much to say about that play. Okay, so this is another play where some anticipation really would have gone well. Really would have gone a long way, rather. He's going to throw it outside here, but he really doesn't get any separation. Ends up being an incomplete pass. This easily could have been picked. But let me show you what he should have done if he had some anticipation. Right here. Wait. Right here. You see this receiver here, number 84? Tannehill still got a little bit of time to sit in that pocket. This defensive back is moving to double up on this guy. So number 84 is going to be wide open right in the middle of the field. If he just waits half a second, he can deliver this football, and this would have been a touchdown. Look at that. That would have been a touchdown. I mean, granted, the receiver could have dropped the ball, but that would have been the better option. Because that was also some pretty tight coverage, but it's a better option than what he threw it to. So, yeah. Let me find that. Okay, so let me go ahead and get into this one. Slow it down. He does get sacked on this play. Now, he's got a defender coming free right now, so Tannehill's going to step up out of the way of pressure. At this point, I just want him to take off to the right and either try to scramble for some yards or just throw this ball away. He does try to get out there, but there's really no one open. This was really a coverage sack. I mean, they locked everybody up. There really wasn't anywhere for him to go, and the offensive line just collapsed. So can't be too mad at him there. But I would have liked to see him just get out and throw that away at that point. So let me go ahead and find the next play here. Okay, let's get into this. Slow it down. He has this guy wide open, and he's going to hit him. He also has the running back right here. I think that's Lewis. He makes a good read. Now, it's possible the running back could have gotten some more yards, and he potentially could have hit this guy as well and really torn off a big chunk, but that would have required him getting it over him. So this is probably the best option. So, yeah, good play. Let me find the next one. Okay, this is a decent pass, but there's something he could have done better. Slow it down. He's going to hit the running back here. But there's something, if you would have seen it. If you look at this corner, let me actually, yeah. If he recognizes the coverage, this is, watch this. The corner, because this is zone, he's going to be coming back. He's going to stop his coverage. And right now, Tannehill needs to be firing it to this receiver. I mean, he picks up a decent yardage throwing it to the running back, but look at this. This is a little comeback route, and it would have been wide open for him. So, I mean, he gets a pretty good chunk of yards with the running back, but that would have been a much better play. But can't be mad at him. Finds the open receiver and hits him. So, hey, here's what it is. But let me find the next one. Okay, so this is like the first big boy throw of the game for Tannehill. He's going to throw it to Adam Humphries here. But this is actually a pretty decently tight window. I mean, he's got the linebacker here crashing down, but he just sneaks it right past him and gets it to Adam Humphries. Very good throw. Problem with that is he's very inconsistent with that. His accuracy is very inconsistent, so that gets picked off a lot. But he made a good throw there, so I can't complain. Let me find the next play. Okay, so in this play, he finally does actually show a little bit of anticipation. This is what I've been talking about this whole film session. See this? The receiver hasn't even started his turn outside, and he's already starting his throwing motion. Because he knows with the leverage that the defensive back is giving him, he's going to be open. And it's going to be an easy completion. That's the type of thing I've been wanting to see all game. Actually, his whole career, even with the Dolphins. He does it sometimes, but it's so inconsistent. Let me find the next one. Okay. Let's get into this. So right here, this is where he's going to be going. I kind of want him to already be starting his throwing motion. I mean, look at the leverage he was getting. This defensive back was given, I think that's Adam Humphries' room. He's slow pedaling backwards. And he's starting his break. He's opening up his hips to turn right. And right now I want Tannehill to start his throwing motion, but he goes back to no anticipation. He does find him, and it is a completed pass, so can't complain too much, but this could have been a lot better if he would have anticipated that instead of just reacted to it. But anyway, let me find the next play. Okay. He gets sacked again here. Now he does get a guy open. I mean, this guy here has got some very good leverage on this corner. And let me actually show you the route a little bit here. I actually like that a lot. The receiver is going to make it look like he's going to be going outside for possibly a fade or a streak, but he's going to do a hard cut back inside to win this battle. And because of that, he did create some space. If Tannehill would have seen that, he maybe could have gotten that ball out, but the pressure came really quickly, so I can't be mad at him too much there. Pressure just came really quick. And that's going to happen a lot. Tennessee's offensive line is very bad. So let me find the next one. This here is actually another really good throw. Let me show you here. The receiver's got leverage. If he throws it a little bit inside, he might not have had to throw it so high. But he does throw it high for the receiver, so it's going to be over the defender's heads where only the receiver can get it. Pretty good throw. Pretty good throw. He ends up falling, so he doesn't end up scoring, but like I said, he could have thrown that inside a little bit more, and it maybe could have done a little better, but not a bad play in the slightest. So let me find the next one. Okay, so this play here shows a little bit of his athleticism. I'm not going to slow it down because it's a scramble. He's going to scramble left. He does kind of go head first. I'd rather see him slide, but that's never really been something he's been great at. So, but just show a little bit of his athleticism. He is a former wide receiver after all. So let me find the next play. Okay, so let me show this. Let me actually slow it down for you. My bad. So, Denver's blitzing. Actually, no, they're not. But they are keeping someone to watch Tannehill. The pocket is starting to collapse a little bit on the left side. But as you can see, there is literally nobody open. There are no options for him to go to. At this point, I would just use your athleticism and scramble out to the right. You've got a lane there, or possibly even scramble up the middle here. Either option is better than just staying in the pocket at this point. Use that athleticism. But he ends up waiting too long. But also, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because there was an offensive hold, so it wouldn't have really mattered even if he would have scrambled, but it still would have been a better decision. So let me find the next play. Okay, so on this play, he gets sacked again, but there definitely was an option if he would have been looking. He looks left a little bit, then he looks right. But if he would have just seen this running back literally wide open, I mean, there's no one in front of him. Every single guy in coverage is moving the opposite direction of this running back here. He could have fired this to him. He could have got to the sideline after getting some yards. It would have been at least a better play than getting sacked. And he was starting to scramble outside. Even throwing that away would have been better than getting sacked. So, let me find the next one. Okay, so I'm not really going to give him too much credit for completing this. I mean, look at the defense that Denver's doing. This is prevent defense now. The game is winding down. They know that they're just going to have to try to get it into the end zone. This is garbage time yards, so not really going to give him too much credit on this throw. But it is a completed pass. He gets it to an open target, but literally the whole middle of the field is wide open, so can't say too much about it. Let me find the next play here. Okay, so this is the last play. This is the interception. Let me go ahead and let this play. Okay, now slow down. Right away, he's got an option here. And with the way that this receiver here is starting to break, he's also got an option right here. It's actually the running back, Lewis. But he could have hit him as well, but instead he scrambles. He's gonna force this thing, kind of throwing off his back foot, throws an inaccurate pass because of that, and it ends up being an easy interception, which gets returned for a little bit. Let me go ahead and let that go full speed. So, yeah, not great. I guess I can let this play it from this angle. I'll let it go full speed. Last play of the film session, so. Yeah, not good. Not good. He had options open, as I pointed out earlier. But closing statements, really, we had many years to see what he had with the Miami Dolphins. Like I said in the beginning of the video, there's always going to be a part of me that does have respect for Tannehill. As you've seen, he's not that great of a quarterback, but he is tough as hell. I mean, he took an absolute beating with the Dolphins, and he rarely ever complained. He kind of made some comments in training camp, like I mentioned, but He never really complained. Just tough as nails. But not that great of a quarterback. His decision-making is very questionable at best. His accuracy is very inconsistent. And unfortunately, the Tennessee Titans' offensive line is even worse than the Dolphins' offensive line was with Tannehill. Right now, the Miami Dolphins' offensive line is worse, in my opinion, but Tannehill is not a part of the current Dolphins. So, yeah. But I don't really have too much else to say. Oh, wait. Also, the combination, Titans fans are going to realize the combination of being a slow decision maker and having a terrible offensive line is a combination from hell. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I would appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.